Hey you guys, it's Shane Benedict from Liquid Logic Kayaks, and I am covering the green race for Kayak Session magazine, and I'm trying something a little different this time. We're here with Eric Deguil, 3-time green race champion, and that's just a part of it because Deguil has also been a member of the French National Slalom team. He's paddled whitewater, he's raced in a lot of different situations, and what I wanted to do is look at the green race through the eyes of somebody that's raced a lot of different ways and try to pick apart what I'm going to call the dirty dozen rapids that are all included in the race section, and kind of look at how he would train for it, but also what are the specific things he's looking at each of the rapids, and break it down for you guys. You know, if you're looking at racing, or you've raced, or you just want to step it up a little bit. What do you think is the most important thing when you're trying to get ready for the green race?
First, there is a tempo. A tempo, like a music, the river has a tempo that you have to follow. Don't go faster than that, don't go slower than that.
Right.
And especially the green, you gain the green at the top, but you lose it at the bottom.
Right.
My race, my run, really start after Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And why is that?
You fired up, you're at the starting line, you're super hot, ready to go, but don't go too fast. The first rapid is the key. If you're passing through it easy, it's mentally it's a big key to go straight into the next rapid. But don't go too fast, because if you're gonna miss it, you're gonna lose so much energy in it, and mentally too.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing like fucking up the first rapid.
Yeah.
All right, so Frankenstein, first rapid. What are your keys? What's the most important part?
The most important part is, for me, I don't care about the entry. There is like a small stopper or like a tongue on the left. I don't care. Straight. And I'm trying just to turn around the corner. You know, like Formula One is trying to open the curve.
On the big rock.
Yeah, around the big rock. And if I have to touch it, it's not at the entry here.
Yes.
It's here.
On the backside.
Yeah, on the back side.
Cool.
To open the exit.
Right.
Because the goal in each rapid on the green especially is to exit faster and easier to go to the next rapid.
Right.
Each spool have to, when you're landing in the pool, you have to be in the right direction with the right speed to go to the next.
So the exit, we go from Frankenstein. The next rapid we're gonna say is Johnson Branch.
Johnson Branch.
Which, by the way, I've had a lot of racers say is the biggest pain in the ass on the whole race.
Exactly. So I try to arrive at Johnson Branch as fast as possible.
Going fast.
Yeah, going fast, but I'm not going fast like with just big, huge strokes.
Yeah.
It's more like a sprinter, you know. Yeah, pam, 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 pam.
Right.
To try to put my bow as high as possible before to hit the rock.
Yep.
And the line is looking like straight, but this is not straight.
Right.
The boat is sliding rock after rock like that.
And the very first rock.
Yeah. But
there's a peak.
The peak. I'm right of it.
Just right of
Just
the peak.
right of it, with a left stroke.
Okay.
Because when I will land on the rock in the pool, the current just after will push me to the left.
Yep.
And I have just to push on my left arm to go through it to
exit out of there.
Yeah.
Nice. So then we roll from there, and there's some run out at that point, and the next thing we're going to come to is pin cushion.
Pin cushion, yeah.
What's your key there?
Pin cushion. I try to enter in pin cushion without big curve before that, because if I have to control my stern before the entry of the rapid, that's too shitty, and
right, you drop all your
yeah.
speed. Yeah.
But as I said in Frankenstein, opening the curve is the key.
Opening early.
But it's very, very, very. The timing is very tight.
Yeah.
So, and I'm doing like a sweep on my left to turn around the first corner. Yeah,
The big rock.
the big rock.
Yeah. There's a secret deep spot.
Exactly, as I said, you teach me that. There is like, so you're on a current and there is like a small rock at the entry on the left.
Yep.
You can put your blade just after that
Yeah.
to turn more around the big rock.
It's one of my favorite strokes on the river.
Yeah.
Full, deep paddle stroke.
And I think about you every time.
Nice, nice. So we come out of Pincushion, and that rolls us into Boot for Consequences, which has had, over the years, many different lines, but it seems like we've settled in on the right-hand line.
Exactly, yeah. And this year for me, the entry is always the same, but the landing is different. There is like another new rock or something like that on the right side of the landing.
Yeah.
And I never found the solution to be more left
Yeah.
of it and don't be disturbed by the heat.
Yeah.
So I will do like that probably.
Just absorb the hit.
Exactly.
You're just tucking behind the rock, you land, and you get a hit on your right butt cheek.
Yeah, exactly. But at the entry, I try to be, as we see on the video, to oriented my bow in the exit of the pool.
Right. So sort of parallel with the river
Exactly.
at this point.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it pointed downstream.
The boat will move into to go to the shore, but okay, correct it, and you stay on your line.
I sort of think of it as trying to pull the stern in behind the bow, like the bow deflects, and you try to keep the stern in line with it.
Yeah.
And obviously, right from here, we're coming into one of the biggest rapids of the day, and it's go left.
Yeah, and my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so give us your details. What do you aim for in go left?
As I said in Johnson Branches, at the entry in the pool, I try to push my bow as high as possible before to jump over the rock.
Okay, so more high tempo.
Yeah, it's not bum bum bum, it's bum 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 bum.
Trying to get it up.
Yeah, 4 strokes, boom. And I'm trying to jump entirely over the rock.
Wow. Okay.
To be to open the line at the very entry of go left.
Okay.
Like that. If I'm good, if I'm on a very perfect presentation, I go just straight into the drop.
The booth off the
booth,
log.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it goes just with my shoulders.
You rotate your body towards the exit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
The exit of go left is oriented like with your shoulder on the right, but directly when you're passing through the
left slot.
The slot, you have to. Personally, I'm turning my body on the other side to put my bow on the other side of the river. Yeah,
trying to change your trajectory because you've thrown your momentum to the right.
Exactly.
To get the turn in go left, and now as you exit, rotating the other direction to start your approach to the next.
If my exit in go left was perfect, I'm staying straight, and I'm just pushing on my hips, on my feet.
Yeah.
And the boat will go, into the next.
Well, then let's go to Zwix. Let's move on to Zwix. What's your key at Zwix?
So, Zwix is actually my second favorite rapid.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah. The thing is, it's a very special rapid because at the entry, I'm doing every time the right line.
Yeah.
I'm turning around the hole.
Yeah. At the top.
Yeah, the very top. Go to the rock.
Yeah.
And every time I think everybody has this feeling that he's gonna pin.
Right. Yeah. Gonna piton. We all feel that. Yeah. Every time. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, it's a plastic kayak. We don't care. Boom.
Push through.
Do it. Yeah. And my vision in Zwick's is when you pass around and you around this hole, exactly like Johnson Branch, there is a peak.
Yeah.
A small peak, more flat.
Yeah, a little subtle. It's more
Yeah.
subtle. Yeah.
Same thing on the top or a little bit on the right.
Okay.
Because the riverbed makes like a horseshoe like that.
Right.
And if you to center,
Yeah.
you're gonna slide, and at the end there is like a kicker, like it will kick you to the right, to the left.
Right. Uh-huh.
So
Correct.
not good to go to chief. And if you to right,
It's a disaster.
Disaster. You will landing backstroke,
Right.
backward. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Good.
So also, if you on this.
So you look for the peak.
On this little peak,
Yeah.
it will be like completely flat, and you will land
Skip.
directly to chief.
Sweet. All right. Now. All right. Let's go right into Chiefs. What?
I try to make like a huge diagonal between the rocks, and I try to put my bow as close as possible
To the left, but then also again to the right.
exactly. And just after that, I don't care about the landing, rudder on my right,
Oh, okay.
but flat.
Yeah.
My
you keep
boat
your
is
boat
flat.
flat. You
Yeah.
land flat.
Yeah, because if I'm doing that, my boat will turn around and I will flush to the rocks. On video, it's clear. I can very paddle. If I'm paddle, it's above the rocks,
Right. Okay.
especially on my left. And but I'm keep going. I'm paddling
Right.
because you're coming from a very flat section, and your boat haven't enough speed to prepare the landing on the exit.
Cool. Now we're at the iconic rapid of the Green Race. We're at Gorilla. What's what are your focal points on Gorilla?
First, you will see tons of people.
A couple thousand of your best friends.
Exactly. Probably crying, make some noise. So
Trying to show you babies.
exactly.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Don't be afraid.
Okay.
But that's very impressive on your first time. So
Overwhelming, I would
Yeah.
even say. Yeah.
so there is different lines above the notch. Flying skier, gas paddle, or over the mushrooms, over the mushroom, and I'm doing always over the mushroom.
Yep.
And my orientation is straight into the notch.
And you're actually looking.
I'm looking the notch.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking the notch, and my goal is to make like a clear booth straight into the notch.
Right. And what's the notch strategy?
Notch, right lip, close to the right rock,
Yep.
left hand to
Booth
booth
stroke.
it, booth
Yeah.
stroke, and make the curve into the gorilla.
Right. And off the drop, off Gorilla's drop.
Of gorilla depends. Sometimes I think it's better right stroke, booth stroke, because in the landing of the gorilla it makes like two big waves like that and speed trap. I try to land on this one with the right rotation to pass over this one here,
Yep.
and normally you go through the speed trap.
Right. Okay. Let's see, the first slide, we're coming into Scream Machine. What's your thought at Scream Machine?
Scream Machine, I do.
Nice, I like that.
It makes like a huge dome, and more you advancing and more you will see where you are going, and I try to land just beside the Scream Machine.
Behind the hole, beside the hole. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And some people will actually say there's also a peak there as well that you can be just on top of or to the right.
Yeah, exactly. And I try to go as right as possible after that, to prepare, to anticipate the landing of a slide.
Okay, of Nice's pieces, the
Of
next,
Nice's pieces,
the next
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're as right as possible coming out of Screen Machine so that you're in the entrance pretty close to the big rock in the center of the river at Nice's.
Yes.
And let's go right into Nice's. What do you think there?
And in Nice's pieces, depends which water level you have. More it's big, more you have to be on the right.
Yeah.
But the orientation of your bow is always the same, straight into the rock.
Right. So you try to be right, and if the river level is low, you don't have to be quite as far right, but if it's higher, you have to be further right. But then there's a rock at the bottom of the drop, and your aim is always sort of at the right edge of that rock to pass by it.
For example, 2 years ago, I had the rock, not with my bow, but with the side of my kayak. But I didn't care, because I was on the right line to go into the next rapid. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of current that's pushing you further right.
Yeah.
If you miss that line. All right, next rapid's Power Slide.
Power Slide. That's probably for me the worst rapid on the race.
I agree.
When you're really tired, exhausted, and half blind, it's difficult to exactly be on the right place on the right moment.
All right.
Yeah. Just on my position, I try to go as right as possible on the rock, but not too far right, because not too far right, just enough to turn my bow into close to the boiler at the end in the pool. Yeah, beside the boiler.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It does seem like a big challenge to get right, but then also turn it down so that you're exiting fast.
And that's probably my only one backstroke that I will do on the race.
Oh, it's to turn it back to the left.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, and then we're on the home stretch. We have Rapid Transit, which has crushed many racers' dreams.
Yes.
What's your big key here?
I think the worst thing is to entering into the rapid in the middle of the current. So there is like 2 bumpers like that when you're paddling down. Be more on the first one like that here.
So be more a little bit right.
A little bit right.
Okay.
It is way easier to control your exit if you're too far right than too far left.
Okay.
Too far left.
You're at the will of the river a little bit.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so you try to be a little further right.
Yeah, and if I'm not too enough right, in the next bumper, I try to push on my left stroke to be on this right line.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's more like a curve like that to go
gotcha.
into the finish line.
And I guess trying to maybe summarize that or sort of clarify that, like there's a small drop at the top, and then there's a big curler. And I think what you're saying is to be a little bit further right of the big curler so that you can turn in to the line, whereas if you hit the curler, it may throw you further right, or you may go through it into the curlers that are down below. So you're trying to carve farther right so that you can direct yourself more straight and exit towards the finish line.
And because in this rapid there is nothing to do except wait.
Right.
That's just crazy, but you're like that and you're waiting your limbo time and that's all.
Right. Your whole dream is to try to exit that cleanly.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Cool. And then how many strokes to the finish line from there?
As much as possible.
Nice. All right, last thing. Is 4 minutes possible?
I think 4 minutes is doable around 10 inches.
Around 10 inches?
10 inches that's doable. Under that, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope we have 10 inches and one of these guys makes it under 4 minutes.